Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcats Soccer here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Where are we? We're on the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo high above Wildcat Stadium and Brian Urlacher Field. Trying some new things today with Luis and working on some new video concepts that we've got going on. So, we're very excited about that. Should be a fantastic game, as it's always a good matchup, as Lovington and Artesia going to be going after each other today. For the Lovington boys, of course, they are the defending Class 4A state champs, and not having quite the season that they want this year, as new head coach Luis Aceves brings these Cats in at 8-6 on the year. Unfortunately, 0-1 in district. Right now, they are sitting as the 10th ranked team in Class 4A. Now, over the course of their last two matches, they went about a week ago, 1-0. They lost to Roswell High, a 5A team, and a pretty good one. Then opening district earlier this week, lost a heartbreaker 3-2 against Port Tallis. But looking to bounce back again and today here against the Artesia Bulldogs. For head coach Philip Jowers, he comes in with a 9-5-1 record. So, about what you would expect from Artesia, although always an incredibly tough team. But more importantly for the Bulldogs, they are 1-0 in district. They won their district opener last week 3-0 against Roswell Goddard before they absolutely destroyed Belen in a matchup earlier this week. They won that game by a score of 9-1. As I mentioned, 1-0 in district, and right now they are ranked 8th in Class 4A, so they are the number 8 team in 4A. So it is an 8-10 matchup. But when you get the Cats and the Dogs together, you never quite know exactly what you're going to get. You just know for a 100% fact that it is going to be a matchup for the ages. Two rivalry squads that are looking to both make some noise once we get through the district season and into the playoffs. As we continue our coverage here, we'd like to say a big thank you to our friends at Bob's Thriftway, CYA Trucking Insurance, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eastern New Mexico University, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Stone Oil Field Services, the Lovington Municipal Schools, Man Welding, and Lovington Auto Supply, making Lovington Wildcat Athletics possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page as well. As we continue on through, we will take a quick time out and hear from some of those great sponsors, and we will return as Wildcats Soccer coming up from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
CYA Trucking Insurance is ready to cover your assets. They specialize in commercial insurance of all types: trucking, oilfield, sand, hotshot, general liability, umbrella, workers' comp. If you own your own business or are self-employed, give Christy Barnes a call at 432-245-4292. That's 432-245-4CYA. CYA Trucking Insurance, a proud supporter of Lovington Wildcat Athletics and Academics. At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eastern New Mexico University in Portales is proud to offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we're proud to announce the newly created Freshman Hound Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable for you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Soccer here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Big thanks to our director for today, Luis Gomez. Got Brianna Valenzuela running the camera in the booth. Alex and Pollo Gonzalez running our field cameras today. And Jan Flores helping us out as well. He's a middle school volunteer from the Lovington Municipal School. So trying some new things today, some new camera angles, and looking forward to what should be a great matchup here today. And again, we're trying some new camera things, some new video things, and we'd like to thank Luis for approaching us and asking if he could help out, and of course he certainly can. So the kits for today's game, looks like Lovington is going to be in the pink kits. Of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Looks like Artesia will be in their road orange, or rather road whites, with the orange letters and numbers. So again, as we mentioned, Lovington comes in at 8-6 on the season, but for them, more importantly, 0-1 on the season. Number 10 in Class 4A for the Bulldogs. They are 9-5-1, 1-0 in district, and number 8 right now in Class 4A. So we get ready for the start of this one. They are introducing the teams. Some players to watch if you are watching for the Artesia Bulldogs is their leading goal getter is going to be Moises Corza. He's got 0.6 goals per game. His running mates, Cutter Summers and Luis Torres, each averaging about 1/3 of a goal per game, and about 0.5 assists per game for Luis Torres. For their goalie, it's Sebastian Gonzalez, 6.7 saves per game. He's given up about 1.6 per game, so very good keeper there. For your Lovington Wildcats, leading goalman right now is going to be Alejandro Mendoza with 1.1 goals per. Israel Barunda with a half goal a game, and Peyton Hernandez with 0.7 goals a game. He's also the second in the assists. Michael Nava, 1.2 assists per game. He will take it and find a way to get it in there. The keeper this year will be sophomore Hayden Alexander. He's also been very good in the cage as well. So the teams being again introduced out onto the field as we prepare for the start of today's game. Looking forward to it. Again, big thanks to all the good folks that make it possible for us to bring you Lovington Wildcat Athletics here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Also, the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. An absolutely gorgeous afternoon for some high school soccer here in southeastern New Mexico. As we get ready for the kickoff of this one, we're going to be looking at about 71 degrees with a light breeze. We'll take a timeout for the national anthem and return. This is Wildcat Soccer.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Soccer here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo, at least on the commentary today. We're working on some new video things today with our director, Luis Gomez, who's provided all of the video equipment and is directing the action. Brianna Valenzuela running things up in the booth. Alex and Boyo Gonzalez running our field cameras. And Jan Flores also helping us today. He is a volunteer, middle school volunteer, so we appreciate him coming up and getting ready for this one. So the Cats and the Dogs are just something about it. Lovington and Artesia going after it in the cage today for your Lovington Wildcats. As mentioned, it'll be Hayden Alexander. Sebastian Gonzalez will be the keeper for the Artesia Bulldogs. 8-6 are your Wildcats. 9-5-1 are the Bulldogs. But the Wildcats 0-1 in district, looking to get into a tie with Artesia at 1-0. Of course, then we'll set up the big match next Saturday. So the teams are out on the pitch, getting ready to go in this one. Again, Lovington in the bright pink with the dark blue letters and numbers, and the white kits with orange letters and numbers for the Artesia Bulldogs. So ready to go in this one. Hope you are doing well on this Saturday, wherever you happen to be, around southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world, as we get this one going. Lovington, of course, will control as we open up this district matchup from here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. So Lovington just going to dribble around in the backfield a little bit. Just kind of start feeling things out, getting ready to go. No attack. Look for Lovington. Probably going to have to find a way to generate some more offense in this one as they dribble it up. And a nice move there for Hayden Alex, pardon me, that's number 7, Dylan Gallegos, and it'll go out for the Wildcats. And we will have a throw-in from the front of the field. The offensive zone for the Wildcats, last touched by Artesia. I'm going to get out my handy-dandy little binoculars here, see if I can pick this up a little bit better. As on the throw-in, it'll be a header out. Lovington will control it on the far sideline, approximately the 10-yard line, as continues to be knocked around. Now it'll go onto the foot of an Artesia front fielder as he will start moving the ball forward. Artesia on their first attack of the game. Lovington going to try and jam things up in the middle. You've got to think to try and kind of slow down some of this Artesia attack. So Lovington will control it off of the throw-in, off of the foot of Remy Hernandez, and then one gets through, and Alexander just going to kick it out of harm's way back to midfield. Comes over onto the near side, controlled by the Wildcats. Feeding it forward, trying to find Michael Nava breaking up. It'll be a broken up pass, and the ball will skitter across the track, and last touched by the Bulldogs and Cutter Summers, one of the dogs that we will need to look at. So the throw-in come from Jaden Cano. And we'll have a match and a battle for it over in the right corner, and it'll go over to Artesia, last touched by the Wildcats. So that one doesn't just go to the fence line. It goes all the way out onto the lawn behind Wildcat Stadium, as Artesia will bring that one back in. So the throw in from deep in their own territory comes in, and a high over-the-head kick will go back to midfield, and then Lovington will control off the header. Turned over near midfield. Artesia will get it back with Summers. Feed it into a soft little spot in the Lovington zone, then trying to get a breaker as Alexander Franco will steal it away and back on to the foot of the Wildcats. Just underway from here at Wildcat Stadium today. No score yet. 37 minutes remaining in the first. Lovington trying to get a little breakaway going. It was broken up nicely by Artesia, and getting to that one was Jaden Ortiz, and he will take it out, and it should be a corner kick for the Wildcats, and it will be. So it'll be Cano to do the corner kick, so set play for the Cats. They'll get everything like they want it up in front of the net and see if they can get a challenge in. It'll be a high inbound. It'll bounce into no man's land, and Artesia will control on the far side. Lovington drops back. Their defenders picking up the ball carrier quickly is Prieto for the Wildcats, and then just going to be popped up and off of the foot of Aranda, who will save it, and Lovington will control it in the backfield, getting it up into the midfield. Lovington works its way through as Prieto, the senior for the Cats, under intense pressure. Lovington will just put it back and start moving things over. Lovington will come over, the little header by Nava. Just going to control, but doesn't get it controlled before it goes out of bounds. So back over to Artesia. It'll be Diego Semeron on the throw-in from the Lovington defensive zone. Amaron will get it right back as they'll just continue to dribble it around. Off of the foot of Damian Lopez into the midfield. It'll be stolen away by the Wildcats. Push it forward to Michael Nava. Nava trying to get a breaker over on the left wing, and getting to it, controlling it is Gallegos, but it goes too deep into the corner. He'll have to control as an Artesia defender gets there quickly. They found a man in space, and that was Aranda. Puts a kick on, but it'll be blocked, so no shots on goal yet for either team. 5 minutes gone here in the first half. Lovington will knock it back to the defenders at midfield, and we're just going to play back and forth a little bit as that one is going to dribble all the way out back around the football 25-yard line as Alejandro Franco will go over and retrieve that ball in front of the video trailer. So back out now to the Wildcats. I'm just going to walk it up as Franco will throw it in. The ball will go bouncing as Hernandez controls, feeds it forward, and a sprint for it with Cano, and having to come out and make a grab will be Sebastian Gonzalez out of the pin. And so it'll go back to Artesia. Though the big kick, and that one going to fly to about midfield. Falls in between everybody, and then a battle for it back around the 35-yard line. Getting to it is Nielsen, and he'll just feed it back and then feed it forward. An Artesia man on the break, a 3-2 break, and that one dangerously close to getting inside, and it'll be swatted away at the last minute. It'll be a corner kick for the Artesia Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs will kick it away, and I'll double-check the number of our keeper down there. Thought it was Alexander, but I do not believe it is. So we await the corner kick. And on the ensuing kickoff, the little header, and that one is going to go just wide as Lovington will get it back out. Another shot put on goal, but that one is going to bounce wide. And it's getting to it. I believe that was Nathaniel Alvarez, and it'll just go wide and out off of one of the Wildcats. So it'll be another corner for the Artesia Bulldogs. No score, 33.5 minutes remaining in the first half of play. And on the kick in, it'll go into the middle, and we will have a foul called on the play, and it'll be a free kick now for the Wildcats. Now Lovington not wasting any time, booting that one out into the midfield. as they continue to move it around. That one going to bounce over the head of everybody and go out, but last touched by the Bulldogs. So it'll be a throw in for Michael Nava right at the midfield stripe. So they will bounce it in and off of the little chest bump. Lovington finds a little room coming through. That is going to be Peyton Hernandez tanking it towards the middle and finally going to be just basically tackled and stolen away by Artesia. But good pressure there from Lovington. They are still trying to get their first shot on goal. Taking it over to the far left wing as Lovington will control it. And now they'll just take it back into their defensive zone and go all the way back to the keeper. Lovington moving the wrong direction. But just recollecting their thoughts. Is that one going to go out of bounds? But that'll be a gift for Artesia. They will have it deep inside the Lovington zone. So it'll be a throw in for Artesia's. Tossing that one in. It'll be Zamanon. He'll throw it in, and Lovington will immediately just boot it away back out towards the midfield. It'll be picked up by the Bulldogs and Alvarez. Alvarez loses it in the middle. Lovington will steal it away. Wildcats doing some nifty little moves with Hernandez, but Artesia applying the pressure right in the middle of the field and stolen away by Ortiz. Ortiz trying to get a breaker on the right wing, and it'll be swatted away by the Wildcats. Then a deep penetration and a flag on the play. And a whistle sounds, and we will have a penalty on Artesia. So a foul on Artesia, so a free kick for the Wildcats, but deep inside their own territory. Both teams just kind of still trying to feel each other out. Lovington going to get their guys down and set. As soon as the referees give them the okay, they do. They will send that one away as Gallegos off of his foot will move back into the midfield as working hard against him is Summers. But Lovington will take it right back. Lovington has had control of the ball, but they've made a few mental mistakes here early that have given Artesia a couple of shots on goal at this point. Trying to get into the middle, a little bouncer and coming out of the cage. And stopping that one will be Gonzalez. Still no shot on goal. He just came out and made sure that he had that one. And so now Gonzalez will kick it away into the midfield and a jump and not able to control it. Lovington on the throw in from the far sideline. So the Cats going to start trying to pick up their pressure just a little bit. Fight for it on the far side in front of the Artesia bench. Into a little space in the middle and trying to get a breaker coming into the middle, but intercepted by the Bulldogs as they'll bring it back the other way. And now another breakaway, a one-on-one break as Lovington's keeper will come out and he will swat that one away. That's going to be Corbin Enriquez in net today for the Wildcats. So he's got 2 saves. And into the middle. Lovington controls it. 30 minutes remaining. As Lovington continues to control it. And in front of the Artesia bench, it'll go out, side out. And Artesia will control. Last touch by the Wildcats. So the throw in for the Bulldogs. As Lovington just going to take it over the head. That's Prieto. Still fighting along the far sideline as Summers will get to it. He'll go into the middle. Lovington has let Artesia get into the middle a couple of times in this one. Just kicking it away to save it. Like in hockey, just a clearing pass, basically. So on to the near side, a battle for it with Corza as Corza and Nava goes at it, and it'll be won by Corza. He'll get it up, and we've got a one-on-one matchup as going forward for the Wildcats is Kano, and a quick swat away, and that one will go out. But saving that one was number 13, Corza. So Corza will take it out. And it'll be Lovington's ball. Will it be a corner kick? Nope, it'll just be a deep throw in the offensive zone. So get it in for the Wildcats with Hernandez. Hernandez feeds it back to Nava, then into the middle. Nice move there, and a turnaround and blocked on the shot on goal. So still no shots on goal. Is that one going to come up and over and bounce around as Enriquez going to back up inside the 10-yard line and take it himself. And just reset the Wildcat offense. 28 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still no score. 2 shots on goal and 2 saves for Enriquez. Lovington still looking for their first shot on goal. Artesia has been determined just to block up the middle. A battle for it as Nava takes it up the far sideline. It is a sprint for it going into the corner and a late kick out by Artesia and Zamaron. So this one will be a corner kick for the Wildcats, I've got to think. So you can set up the set play. Sub coming in for Coach Aceves. Lovington going to bring it in, and nope, they're going to say it was just out, not a corner. So the deep throw in for Nava. Comes near side, and that one's going to head towards the net and blocked away at the last moment by the Artesia Bulldogs. So back into the middle, Lovington putting a little bit of pressure on in the middle of the field. Taking it back out to Hernandez. Lovington trying to get the offense reset. Going to scoot it over to Nava deep inside the right corner, and that one will go out, and that will be a corner kick for sure. So Lovington going to have another chance at a set play to try and put more pressure on this squad from Artesia. Still looking for officially their first shot on goal. Nothing has gotten through to the keeper thus far, Gonzalez. But now they will have a chance off of the foot of Nava. Lovington going to spread out a little bit for this corner as that one will be high and onto the far side and over the head of everybody and will go out. So it'll be a throw in on the far sideline for the Artesia Bulldogs. Great to have you with us here this afternoon. Beautiful day for soccer. Really starting to feel more like fall as Lovington will steal it away on the far side. A battle for it. Lovington keeps possession. Moving around, going is Cano. Cano towards the middle, and that one off of the foot. A golden opportunity for the Cats, but just a little bit high, a little bit too much bounce on that one. Not a lot you can do about it as they'll keep the pressure on. Into the middle of the field to Prieto. Prieto finds a soft little spot in the zone, gets it to Gallegos. Gallegos and Summers work against each other. Lovington controls on the left wing. Now back out towards the midfield. Artesia, though, gets a funky bounce, and they will take it. We got a one-on-one break as Artesia heading towards the goal, and a quick shot, and that one is off the side of the cage and out of bounds. A breakaway opportunity for the Bulldogs, and the Wildcats dodging a bullet. As somehow that one just took a funky bounce and right onto the foot of one of the Bulldogs. Turn around, young man, so I can see your number, please. I know, I'm just asking. But a good breakaway there for the Bulldogs, as that was number 13. That was Moises Corza. So Bow back into play. Corza in the middle of the field. Sweeps it over, partially blocked by Lovington. Then the defenders will take it over. Nava back into the middle of the field. A little jam up in the middle as Artesia will control. Now Lovington will get a little bit of a bounce, trying to get the breakaway, and that one just going to roll softly in. The keeper falls down. Lovington fights for it, but somehow the goalkeeper for Artesia, Gonzalez, manages to get a hand on it. He was way out of the cage, and the turf monster took him down. But credit where credit is due. He never quit on that one. That could have been a golden opportunity for the Cats and disaster for the Dogs. As it goes out on the far side. So Lovington will control. Artesia will control. They'll have the throw in from back around their own 15. That's 25 yards out on the soccer pitch. So into Summers. As he'll little slide tackle kick. Into the middle of the field. Is that one going to go bouncing? Artesia will control it, but a nice little hip check and bump from Mendoza. Artesia on a quick throw in, trying to get it into the middle of the field. Artesia working towards the net once again. Pressure on for the Bulldogs. Into the middle and a quick slide away from Enriquez. And it'll be back out to midfield with Purchase, who just checked into the ball game. The pressure intensifies for the Bulldogs. Deep inside the Lovington zone, trying to put it into the middle of the centering pass. No good and cleared out by the Wildcats, but right back onto the feet of the Bulldogs near midfield. Over onto the left wing, the Dogs continue to work as Torres works hard against one of the Cats, and a whistle sounds, and it'll be an out. So a throw in for the Wildcats back in their own defensive zone. Off of the foot of Hernandez. A high inlet pass, trying to get it into the offensive zone, then off of the head of Gallegos. It'll go deep into the Artesia zone, as again, their keeper, Gonzalez, well out of the cage. Lovington with only one guy back, though, so only one attacker, not able to take advantage So slide it back into the middle of the field where Artesia will control again. Lovington gets to him quickly, and then it'll be a side out and back into the Wildcats' possession. So Wildcat possession after the kick out. 23 minutes remaining here in the first half, I should say, and no score as the Wildcats and the Bulldogs matching up here today from Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. So the Bulldogs will steal away the inbound as Corza goes into the middle of the field. So working as Artesia's got 6 guys back in defense. They're not taking any chances here. A little bump off Summers and his opposite number 7 Gallegos going at it. And it'll be a little spinner that'll go inside. Lovington going to get to it. Now time to get guys back onto the attack. Into the middle of the field with Cano towards the net, and coming out and making the save is Gonzalez. He gets the save off of the shot by Cano, but no goal. That's the first shot on goal really for the Wildcats. And Artesia will send it back into play. 22 minutes remaining here in the first half as ball does a little spinner off of the foot of one of the Wildcats. It'll be Bulldog ball side in. So great to have you here today as we try some new things here with Wildcat Soccer. Of course, we will have the soccer game next Saturday for you as well, right back here at Wildcat Stadium. And it'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. And Lovington will control it as booting it out is Hernandez back towards midfield. Lovington just inside their offensive zone. Ball goes around off of the knee of Hernandez. Artesia going to control it again right at the midfield stripe. So Hernandez fights with one of the Bulldogs right in the middle of the field. Bulldogs will control it over on the far side. Swept out by the Cats, just keeping it at midfield. 2 Cats, 2 Dogs in the neighborhood. The Dogs will control, and they will set up their offense at midfield. Moving through it and off of the bounce. Lovington just going to kick it from far to near. And a battle for it right in the middle of the field as off of the head. Once again, one of the Bulldogs coming over. Lovington will kick it back deep off of the foot of Alejandro Franco. Lovington trying to find a way to get it deep into the middle of the field. Need to pick the pressure up here. So Hernandez from the midfield will control. Bounces is up. Artesia will take it back over it around the 30-yard line. Then send a little lazy one in now onto the foot of Cano. Cano with the long shot and just to the wide side on the right side of the net. Cano has his second shot of the game, but just wide. You know, you can never go wrong with putting the ball on net. More times you get it onto the net, the more opportunities you are going to have to get the score. Just Lovington's second official shot on goal. As it'll be Gonzalez to send it in for the Bulldogs. Halfway through this first half of play. So off of the bounce, Lovington just going to watch that one go out. And it'll be Artesia ball, so one of the Wildcats touched it. So deep inside Lovington territory. It goes back over to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs going to roll it out. Looks like they'll throw it in from around the 40-yard line, so 50 out. Now the inbound will come from Zamaron, a guy that often pulls their throw-ins. So a short throw in, and then off of the foot of the Wildcats and Franco. So a little bit deeper penetration now for Artesia. Of course, in soccer, clock continues to move. 19 minutes plus extra time here in the first half of play. No score. Big district matchup for both of these teams. As Franco will boot it away off the inbound, but Artesia gets it right back. That one will go bouncing across the cage, and saving it just before it goes out will be the Bulldogs, and it'll go out, and nothing the Bulldogs on the far side can do about it. Lovington will control, and the inbound will be made by Contreras. So Contreras will do the long throw in. Lovington controls it up on the far sideline. Bringing it up, a 2-on-3 break. Lovington with a chance. Getting it towards Nava. It goes towards the net. Nava gets a foot on it. Gonzalez somehow manages to kick it away. So the save for Gonzalez, and pardon me, that was Cano. His third shot of the match, and that his best look at it. Nothing Gonzalez can do but toss it out, just try and kick it away, and it'll be corner kick from the far side for Lovington, putting the pressure back on the Bulldogs here, a golden opportunity. They're going to set it up right in front. Two guys stay back, so into the middle, and Gonzalez just bumps that one away. Another save for Sebastian Gonzalez. Lovington tries to keep it in. Artesia trying to clear. Lovington with their most sustained pressure of the match. That one will kick back towards midfield and go out, and it'll be Wildcat soccer ball, football, if you will, from right about midfield. So on the throw-in, it'll be Hernandez from midfield. He tosses it in. The bouncer to the 40 in the offensive zone. And back over and off the foot of Purchase for Artesia. He'll send that one deep into Wildcat territory as Enriquez will go back and collect that one. The two teams kind of trying to catch their breath a little bit right now as Enriquez boots it back out towards the midfield. High in the air off the foot of one of the Bulldogs. Goes down and Purchase, takes it towards the sideline, the far side, and will go out just to the right of the Lovington bench from our perspective. So on the throw-in as Hernandez moves it around, trying to get a breaker on the far side. That's Cano again. He tries the centering pass, and Artesia is there to knock it away right of their own bench, and it'll go bouncing into the caging in front of the visiting stands. Pretty good crowd on hand here this afternoon for the Wildcats and the Bulldogs. Couldn't be here. Great to have you with us wherever you are on HobbsAmerica.com, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. And off of the inbound, Artesia takes it and tries to save it, as that one is going to bounce out. And so back to the Wildcats. And so Wildcat ball, of course, we're doing some new things thanks to Luis Gomez for helping us out today with a new camera rig, a new camera setup we're trying out here today with Wildcat Soccer. Thanks to our camera operators, too. Got 3 of those around the field, and also Jan Flores helping us out as the Wildcats will control it. And now on to the foot of Hernandez. He takes it through a couple of Bulldogs looking for a little space. Into the middle, the ball bounces loose. Nava gets to it. But it'll wind up off of the foot of one of the Bulldogs, actually off of one of the chests, so onto the near side. Bulldogs trying to save it. Nava takes it off the chest, feeds it forward. A little spin move by Hernandez, but he's going to be forced to play it back to his defenders. Now they'll feed it forward and onto the foot once again of Nava, and it'll be knocked away at the last second by Zamaron. So Lovington again trying to pick up the pace right here in Bulldog territory. And on the throw in, it will be Nava, and it'll be a header out by one of the Bulldogs. So a battle for it. Nava off the head, and it just bounces into soft space. As Artesia coming around, that's going to be Purchase, who feeds it forward. A little trip, and yep, we will have a free ball for the Bulldogs as a trip called. Is trying to break away for the Bulldogs was Moises Corza. So a free kick going to come out for the Bulldogs. That is Othaniel Alvarez from around the Wildcat 45. So they're 55 out. So Alvarez going to set the set play, and just a little soft one, and he finds a little space with Corza. Corza heads towards the net, puts it back across the center, and going to be kicked away by the Wildcats. Nice heads-up play by Matthew Contreras, who comes over and will kick it out of trouble. Enriquez would have been out of position. There was a Bulldog there that if it gets by the Wildcats, he's ready just to bang that one home. So the Cats dodge the bullet there, but it'll be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. See how Coach Jowers is going to line his Bulldogs up for this kick. He's got a couple of guys back deep. So on the corner kick from the left side, it comes into the middle, trying to head it in, and Lovington going to try and clear that out. Off of the foot and onto the foot of Nava. Nava has it stolen away, and a shot on goal, and that one going to bounce wide by Corza. So the shot is no good, and it'll be Lovington ball. So they will kick it in from the G in that north end zone. As the clock continues to move, 13:34 remaining here in the first half of play. Is that one going to go out towards midfield? And we'll just try and get control of it one way or another. So a little push out, and that one goes out. It'll stay Lovington ball as Nava tosses it in. And off of the head, trying to get it towards the center. Hernandez loses it now back over to the Bulldogs. As the Bulldogs trying to get it in, coming back is going to be Franco. Almost loses it, and it will be. And that one going to wind up being a shot on goal by a falling Corza. His third shot on goal, and the save by Enriquez, his third. He'll boot it back out deep into Artesia territory, but Artesia just going to swat it away. Should go out over right in front of the Lovington bench, and it will. And it'll be Lovington throw in, so Franco from the far side. So Franco on the throw in and out of bounds, so stays Lovington ball. They move it forward about 10 yards. 12.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. No score. Both teams have had their opportunities. Is that one going to go bouncing around inside the offensive zone and side out? So a throw in again for the Wildcats. Oh, heading back to get it, it'll be Dylan Gallegos as he'll toss it over for Peyton Hernandez. 12 minutes to go here in the first. And off of the throw in, Lovington controls. Is that one going to be sent far and out on the backside? No shot, but like the idea. They were trying to get it in, maybe get a little bend it like Beckham going. Or if they could get the win, maybe to help knock it down a little bit, get it right in front to Jaden Kano or Michael Nava, who was right there, to try and bang that one home. So it'll be Gonzalez to boot it back in, set the ball back in play for the Bulldogs. 11.5 remaining, first half plus stoppage time. Oh, off of the head, Lovington will take it in. It finds its way into a soft little zone. Lovington has the numbers. Nava just kind of boots it forward. Kano. And coming out and grabbing it to stop the press by the Wildcats is Gonzalez. And now Gonzalez with the drop kick is going to squib it over. He's got a man on the near side who's got a little room. That is Corza. Lovington gets to him quickly. Corza, a nifty little move, sets it towards the center of the field. That one going to bounce through everybody and will go out over in the far right corner and away. So a new ball will come into play. It'll be Lovington to kick it in on the free kick. 10:40 remaining in the first half plus stoppage time. So the Cats and the Dogs have both had their opportunities in this first half, but neither one of them has converted as of yet. So that one goes bouncing around. Lovington will control it. Coming through, trying to find it, and getting through at a high shot that is going to go wide and high and out. Go back over to Artesia. Clock continues to move. As it will in soccer, it doesn't ever stop. So we do have stoppage time, though. As the ball will come bouncing back in. And it'll be Bulldog football. 9:50 remaining, first half. No score, trying to get the sustained offensive pressure. Lovington and Artesia's defenses have both been doing a pretty nice job. They've let a few things go, but you're going to expect that. The keepers each with 3 stops in the game. And off of the head and out, it'll go over to Lovington. That was off of the head of a Giddy, who checked in just a few moments ago for Coach Jowers. So Lovington deep inside the Bulldog offensive, or rather defensive zone. They're in their own offensive zone. That one going to be booted away back towards the midfield. And Lovington just going to settle it down and trying to dribble it out, and coming over and popping it away was Corza. So Lovington again on the inbound. So Lovington throws it in, gets one deep. And Artesia again just going to set it away and put it back on the foot of Gonzalez. So Gonzalez will set it on the L, and Wildcats in the end zone. What's the football end zone? The American football end zone, we should say. And they'll send it deep. Around the midfield, Artesia will control it. Just going to dribble around, try and find something open, and it'll be an out on the near sideline. throw in for the Bulldogs deep inside Lovington territory. This is where Lovington got in a little bit of trouble earlier. Artesia was able to put in some more pressure. And so Zamaron will toss it in as Corza with it tries to split 3 Wildcats. That's not going to work, but somehow the ball finds its way through. Lovington just going to have to swat it away to safety back near midfield as Gallegos with it. A bouncer right at midfield and will go out off of the foot of one of the Bulldogs. So give it back to the Wildcats. 7:49 remaining here in the first half of play. No score. So the throw in from Hernandez on the near sideline. Lovington going to move some guys around. We do have a sub checking in to the ball game. And on the throw in, bounces near side, Lovington, and it'll go out off of the foot of Nava. So give it back to the Bulldogs. And the throw in by Zamaron as he'll go corral the ball in that deep left corner. Wildcats and the Bulldogs here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us. Luis Gomez, our director today, and providing all of the cameras as it goes back into Lovington. And we'll have a nice header. That'll be deep into the zone, and on the bounce, grabbing it will be Gonzalez. So back over to the Bulldogs. Also thanks to Brianna Valenzuela, pardon me. I can't read my own handwriting. Running the camera from the booth today. Alex and Pollo Gonzalez running our field cameras. And Jan Flores helping us out today. Trying something new today here with Wildcat Soccer. So thanks for watching us. A little more of a production than maybe we're used to doing as Lovington will try and corral it, get it deep into the zone. The Wildcats with the numbers. They'll get it in deep and on the slide. Oh, Alejandro Mendoza with the shot on goal, but didn't have just a whole lot on it as Gonzalez will have his 4th save of the match. But the right shot as Lovington had a 3-on-2 break. Gonzalez was the only one who could save that one as it went bouncing into harm's way. Credit where credit is due. But good pressure from the Wildcats and a nice job trying to swat that one in by Mendoza. Lovington will get it deep within as they call a handball. Nope, they changed their mind. Lovington, again, keeps the pressure on. Has it inside 10 yards. And Artesia somehow manages to swat it away as their defense collapsed in on the backside and took it away. But Lovington, they are smelling blood in the water, and a bouncer that'll go wide and out by Javier Prieto. And so back over to Artesia. But the best sustained pressure of the match for the Wildcats. And a golden opportunity right there. And so it'll be Gonzalez to set it back in. So with 5 minutes remaining, as it'll go bouncing around in the midfield, Lovington will reconnect it. And a whistle sounds, and it'll be a foul on Lovington. Free kick for the Bulldogs. So the Wildcats going to chug on back to defend on the free kick. And just a slow one on the free kick. As bounce around and will go out. So should be back on Lovington. And now should be Lovington ball. I thought Artesia touched it last. But it looks like they're going to say no, Lovington touched it last. So it'll be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. So in the deep left corner, Artesia going to set up the free ball. And on the kick in, trying to bend it around, and that one in danger, and a nice job getting over and stopping that one. His 4th save of the ballgame was Enriquez. But that bouncer on the far side spelled trouble. Lovington managed to knock it away. Pretty sure that was Corza over there on the shot, his 3rd. So now Artesia putting some pressure on. Lovington will run it out and try and return the favor, and off of the back of one of the Wildcats. If they could have found Mendoza in stride, that one is 6 inches left, 6 inches right. Lovington has got a gorgeous look and a breakaway attempt on the net. It will stay Lovington ball as that'll be young again as Michael Nava scales the fence and gets that one out of the stands. And will hand it off to Peyton Hernandez for the throw-in. 3:18 remaining in the first half. That one goes over the head of Mendoza and back out to midfield. We got a bouncer and a foot race for it. And Artesia trying to get position on it. Alejandro Franco loses the ball. Artesia with it, moving back towards center field, trying to get a shot on it, and that one going to bounce, and somehow getting the stop on it was Enriquez, his 5th stop of the match. As that was Alvarez with the shot. So 2:45 to go plus stoppage time in the first half. 5 saves now for Enriquez, 4 for Gonzalez. Is that one going to bounce around off of the head of the Bulldogs, and they'll just send that one spinning back down deep into the Lovington end as Enriquez going to head over and hold it up. So we will know about stoppage time here in just a couple of seconds, I would think. As Enriquez will send a long one on the far side. Lovington controls it. Trying to get Mendoza in the middle. Artesia just going to boot it away as that one will go bouncing over the Wildcats soccer tent and back into the hands of the Cats. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the first half, so we will get into stoppage time before too long here. So it should be the throw-in for the Cats on the far side as Matthew Contreras to throw it in front of his own bench. So the toss in, and that one goes out, and give it to Artesia. And they'll just toss it in. So now Artesia tossing it in. Little spinner in front of the Wildcat bench. The Bulldogs are going to control it into the center of the field with Bays. And he'll bounce it, and we'll have a whistle sound. So we click down towards 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Plus stoppage time, of course. So it'll be Wildcat ball on the throw-in. Still no score as the bounce overcomes. That one off of the knees. And Artesia just going to clear it out of the zone. So over the head, and now a breakaway opportunity is going over, and another great stop made by Enriquez. That'll be his 6th stop, and he stops another one from Alvarez. Another huge save for the Wildcat keeper. 30 seconds remaining here in the first half plus stoppage time. Lovington going to try and go on to the attack here late as a deep, high inlet pass going over into the left wing. Controlling it, settling things down, kicking it back, looking for a shot on goal, trying to get an open lane. Artesia has blocked off a couple of pretty good looks, and then a spinner right in and onto the foot of the Bulldogs as whistles sound, and that will be the end of the first half. We didn't have much stoppage time there, so no score in the first half. The Cats and the Dogs going at it here at Wildcat Stadium. We'll be back in just a few moments as we continue Wildcat Soccer from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. Save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
CYA Trucking Insurance is ready to cover your assets. They specialize in commercial insurance of all types: trucking, oilfield, sand, hotshot, general liability, umbrella, workers' comp. If you own your own business or are self-employed, give Christy Barnes a call at 432-245-4292. That's 432-245-4CYA. CYA Trucking Insurance, a proud supporter of Lovington Wildcat Athletics and Academics. At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eastern New Mexico University in Portales is proud to offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we're proud to announce the newly created Freshman Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable for you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo.
You own your own business or are self-employed, give Christy Lawrence a call at 432-245-4292. That's 432-245-4CYA. CYA Trucking Insurance, a proud supporter of Lovington Wildcat Athletics and Academics. At Devon, they're proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eastern New Mexico University in Portales is proud to offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we're proud to announce the newly created Freshman Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable for you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services,
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Soccer from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us as we are just about through with the halftime, as it is a 0-0 score from here at Brian Urlacher Field. So, as I mentioned, I'm TJ. Great to have you with us this afternoon, and we are trying something a little bit new today, doing some experimenting with the camera work and the camera angles, thanks to Luis Gomez for approaching us and agreeing to help us out as we continue to try and improve the product here from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Luis, our director and producer this afternoon, Brianna Valverde in Valenzuela. Sorry. I'll get it right. I'm going to read my own handwriting. I'm going to make it to where I can actually read it. She's running our booth camera today. Alex Gonzalez, Boyo Gonzalez, running our field cameras. And Jan Flores is our helper today down on the field. Tiff Stuber back at One Radio Square running the three-ring circus back there. So no score in this one. Both teams with their opportunities in the first half. And Corbin Enriquez, the keeper for the Cats, making 6 stops in that first half. Jaden Cano, he managed to get 3 shots on goal, all of them stopped by Sebastian Gonzalez as he had those 4 stops. Total Lovington managing 4 shots in that first half, but haven't given up 5. So it'll be Artesia football as we start this second half, and going to be incredibly important for both of these teams to come out of here with the win today. Of course, the winner of this one will wind up, really kind of in the catbird seat, especially if it's Artesia, to take the district crown. Lovington, of course, the defending state champs, would like for that not to happen. So 40 minutes plus time to decide it, and who knows, the way the Cats and the Dogs normally go at it in everything, and I think that would include tiddlywinks, we might wind up having a shootout at the end of this one as the two teams back out on the pitch, getting ready for the start of this second half of action. So we will flip ends of the field. The Cats will now be defending the south goal and attacking the north goal, and vice versa for the Artesia Bulldogs. Again, it'll be Bulldog football as they've got their 11 out. Lovington had some opportunities in that first half, not able to get just a whole lot of sustained pressure. They did, I think, win the time of possession probably by just a little bit, but not a lot. Artesia had more quality looks in that first half. So deep into space as we are underway, and that one will go out and give it to the Wildcats. Whoa, they're going to say give it to the Bulldogs. So it'll be a corner kick to start things off in the second half for the Artesia Bulldogs. Is going deep into the right corner for Artesia. It'll be Luis Torres on the corner kick as they're going to line the guys up back towards the north, out in the middle, and off of the corner kick. That one is going to sail and go bouncing, and Artesia controls it on the far sideline. Lovington defenders get to it quickly as that one will squib out. And back over to the Wildcats. So the Cats to kick it in. I can find that. There we go. And so the Wildcats will have it back out towards midfield, and a little bouncer and going to be just kicked out on the far sideline. Not really a hard kick, just kind of a little clip out. So Lovington on the throw in from the far sideline. Heading over to do that will be Peyton Hernandez. Lovington going to try and work it into the offensive zone. Tossing it in on the right wing as they continue to move it around. Lovington splits through 3 defenders, going towards it, looking for some room as taking it towards is Nava, not able to send one in, and the ball will be knocked away by Artesia. So a corner kick now for the Wildcats as it'll be Nava to do the corner kick from the northeast corner here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. And on the kick, sending it towards the goal and bounced out into the middle. Bouncing ball, and Artesia will control it. Lovington, though, takes it back out, back around the 20-yard line, but it'll be stolen away. A nice tackle there as Perez had it taken away, but then will tackle out Ortiz, but Ortiz will take it back, and then a foul going to be called, and kicking it out. It'll be Artesia on the free kick. So back into the Lovington zone, trying to send it into the middle was Bays. But now Lovington up, and we are going to have another penalty as going down hard is one of the Bulldogs. That was Corza. He has been one of the main attackers, and he'll have the free kick from about, we'll call it 35 yards out, 37 yards out officially. Of course, it's set at the 27 for American football. Add 10 yards to that for soccer. So the free kick, and actually they're going to give that over to Torres to do the kick. They set up the set play, and nope, now they will give it to Corza, and he's just going to send a bouncer in right on net as Enriquez will stop it. Corza has his 4th shot on goal, and just trying to clear it out and clear it away. It'll go off of, or rather back onto the foot, off the throw-in for the Bulldogs. So the bounce in, Artesia is moving it in early and working on the pressure. No, Lovington, though, a nice steal. If they can feed it through, and stolen back away is a turnover by the Wildcats as it'll come out, but it'll stay Lovington football on the near side. On the throw-in, it'll be Contreras as he tosses it in. The bouncer on the far side. It'll just go squeaking through, and it'll go out the end line, and it will be Artesia ball. And so it'll be Gonzalez. He will have the free kick in as Lovington will retreat on the defensive side. 4 minutes gone. And Gonzalez will kick it in right into the middle of the field. It'll go bouncing around and off of the head of the Wildcats and out on the far side. And let's see, do we get it or do they? Yep, it'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. So into the middle of the field and goes bouncing around, and Lovington dribbles and will control. Artesia putting on a little backside pressure, and Lovington will kick it away, but a header away. And then the high kick over the head goes bouncing. Lovington's had some of those go their way. They've got to make sure they keep a defender back. And now it'll be Mendoza. Mendoza to the far side. Sends one into the middle of the field, knocked away by Bays. Into the middle, off of the side of the foot. Lovington back with it with Nava. Nava looks through, and a block on an attempted kick by Mendoza. That's the 4th blocked shot that Lovington has had. It's almost like in hockey, you go down and you sacrifice your body and yourself. You do the exact same thing in soccer. If you can clog that lane up and get a hip or something on the ball to knock it away, that's what you do. And now Gonzalez will kick it back in. No score still through the first 45 minutes of this one. So no score on the board as these two teams both battling in a top 10 matchup in Class 4A. Lovington at number 10, Artesia at number 8. It'll be Bulldog ball off of the throw-in, trying to get it into the middle of the field, and just swatting it away is Contreras. It'll be a high bouncer over the head of Mendoza, but Lovington controls it. Heading it forward is Gallegos. Got a foot race for it now as Banuelos will get to it, but not before Bays can knock it away safely, but it should be. I'm looking for the flag. I don't see one. And, they're not going to say corner kick. They're going to say last touch by the Wildcats. So Gonzalez will send it away again as Lovington a golden opportunity, but just coming up empty there as Gonzalez will send it towards the middle of the field off of the foot of Cano. And a bouncer as Artesia going to get it blocked off, and Summers checking back into the game will take it back. Lovington continues to work, try and find a little space. Just a little miscommunication there as Mendoza not ready for the pass. Now Artesia going to try and get some pressure on the far side, running through an attempted tackle, and it'll go out. It'll stay Artesia. So Artesia will take it on the far side and throw it in. Trying to get the pressure on here in the early goings of the second half. No score. This one just has the feeling of the team that makes the fewest mistakes in this half is going to win. Both teams avoiding some trouble and getting bailed out on some of their mistakes in the first half. No time for mistakes in this second half. Is on the throw, and it'll be Zamaron. And he'll take it immediately back, and then he'll go right into the middle of the field. Danger ball in play for the Bulldogs. Coming over as a little hesitation, a little stutter step, and having to feed it back. Artesia will reset. Zamaron back to Bays. Or pardon me, that's a Giddy. as Aguirre will bounce it through. Lovington trying to clear it out. Artesia not going to let him, though, as it stays moved up, and a Bulldog player is down, and he's not feeling good. No whistle, no call on either side. The Bulldog faithful not happy about it. Young man's up, and he is fine. That was a pretty good collision down there, so there was no Manu award to be set there, as that was not a flop. That was a legitimate collision, but it was clean. Now Lovington will control it. The breakaway attempt is going forward. Is Gallegos. He's got to look at it. A little stutter step and coming out and knocking it away at the last second is Gonzalez. Then back in towards the Cats, and one of the Bulldog defenders gets back and stops the second shot on the far side. Oh, my goodness, the Cats with a golden opportunity. Gallegos, then Enriquez with the save. And on the far side, I believe that was Nava who had the shot on it. So Lovington with two golden opportunities and not able to come up. But now they'll keep it in as they will send it deep over to the near side with Gallegos. Going to be bounced out by the Bulldogs as Summers gives chase. It'll roll out, and it'll be Lovington ball. Lovington knows they have some momentum here as off of the foot. Kicking it around, Artesia continues to defend, and throwing it in now will be Prieto for the Cats. Prieto gets it into the far corner, and it'll go out. It should be a corner kick now for Lovington. Lovington with their best sustained pressure of the match. Two golden opportunities. First true breakaway of the game. And so, well, they're going to say no corner kick, so it didn't go out the back line. And so on the throw-in, it'll be Contreras gets it into the middle as Lovington gets the set play, and it comes out into the middle. Summers battles with one of the Wildcats, and Gallegos will send one just wide, and the Cats have another opportunity as Gallegos going to send that one just wide of the cage with 10 minutes gone here in this second half. So the Wildcats, with great pressure, now they're going to have to back off. So working on the kid a little bit of the goaltender over on that far side, Gonzalez. So Gonzalez has definitely earned his supper tonight as he will kick it in. And Lovington will try and go immediately back on the attack. It'll be a bouncing ball to the near side to Banuelos. Banuelos makes a nifty little move, gets through one Bulldog. Now he's going to be moved up against the sideline, puts on the Jets, sends the centering pass into the middle, and it is off of the knees of one of the Wildcats in the center. Coming back and sending it towards the goal is Hernandez, and it is over and out. Is getting a hand on it is Gonzalez, his seventh save of the ball game, but Hernandez, a golden opportunity, sends a butte in, and somehow Gonzalez manages to get the hand on it and send it through. But corner kick time for the Wildcats as they have stepped up the pressure here in the second half. So on the inbound, comes towards it. It'll be headed right back over and out, and another corner kick opportunity for the Wildcats. If you're the Cats, you might want to consider every time the ball goes bouncing around in this one, it seems like it has found the open gate on either side of the field. So Lovington has been playing very tight up to the cage. They might want to consider moving their set play out just maybe a couple of yards, give a little bit more room for their guys to work. So from the far sideline on the corner kick, it'll come in, and attempting to head it out is Mendoza, but Artesia will knock it away. And now coming back is Hernandez up from the defense, moves through, gets a screen, sends it on net, and jets wide to the right. Lovington's pressure continues, but it'll give it back to Artesia now, as they have got to be thinking, my goodness, the Cats have come out fired up here in the second half. Still no score. 28 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Gonzalez with 7 saves in the match will send that one away. And it'll be bounced around and onto the foot of Purchase. Purchase trying to feed it forward, and that one is going to find a little bit of space, and charging out is Enriquez, and he'll just send it right back down the pitch. Bouncing ball into the middle. Lovington fights for it. That is Mendoza. He is knocked down, and that should be a free kick from about 18 yards out. Say 21 yards officially, and so the free kick coming for the Wildcats. So a golden opportunity once again for the Cats. Let's see what they set up. As coming up to do the kick, the free kick will be Contreras. as he will look through. Cats spread out. The Bulldogs form a wall in front of Contreras. Matthew will come over. He will kick that one right into the wall. It'll bounce back out. Now we'll have just a pop-up at midfield and off the head, getting it into the center, and a whistle sounds. And we will have a foul called on Artesia, I'm thinking. Nope, it'll be on Lovington. So Artesia survives another Lovington offensive rally, and he'll have a free kick. So it'll be the keeper, Gonzalez, to come over, and he will send it away on the drop kick, and that one is going to be high and deep into Lovington territory. Ooh, a little misjudgment off the head of Franco and goes out and even deeper into Wildcat territory. So now a penetration for the Bulldogs. 26 minutes remaining in the match in regular time. Still no score. Lovington has picked up the intensity here in the second half as the ball again finds the opening on the far side. Artesia going to come over and get it. And triggering the inbound will be Zamaron. It's Diego Zamaron, the senior forward for the Bulldogs. On the throw-in. Goes into space. Zamaron will get it back. He will send it towards the net. And having a little bit of trouble corralling it is Enriquez. But will somehow manage to stop it. He'll get credit for a save. That one was bouncing around in the goal box. So on to the far sideline. Zamaron again feeds it. Back and then up and around as it continues to fly around over the top. Lovington controls, trying to find it into a little bit of space with Banuelos. It is stolen away by the Bulldogs. Coming back down. Kicking it, finding a way, and a tackle and a trip, and it'll be a free ball for the Artesia Bulldogs on this near sideline. Lovington going to drop back in the defense. As we've got just a little bit of a break in the action. I believe that will be Alvarez to send it in as, actually that was Bays sending it right on net as Enriquez will make the stop. And kicking it back the other way. It'll be a high end-over-end bouncer. Well, you can't really have end-over-end with a soccer ball, but you get the idea. The Lovington going to go back on the offensive attack, feeding it into space with Gallegos. Gallegos takes it onto the right wing, but it'll be stolen away by Artesia. Lovington comes in, a little sliding stop by Mendoza. Back to the center. Lovington with two pink-clad Cats going to the middle. Gallegos will send another one on net, and it'll go just wide to the left. 24:30 remaining in regular time as Gonzalez will try and settle things down. He'll set it between the V and the I, and he will send the free kick back in. And there it comes, and he doesn't do a high one. He'll just keep it on the ground this time. So Artesia going to try and find some room. We've got a bouncer. It is into the middle as Bays will come through. He's got to look at it and into and sneaks it past the Wildcat goaltender. And the Artesia Bulldogs will strike first here in the first. Pardon me, that was Agide. So Agide with the goal. At 24:02 remaining here in the match. So now a 1-0 matchup. So Agide with the score puts the Bulldogs up 1-0. Managed to get it past past Corbin Enriquez, who has done a fantastic job as the keeper. So now Lovington going to have to pick up the intensity once again as out on the near side. So Artesia rattles the cage and will give the Bulldogs the 1-0 lead. 23:40 remaining in the match. So let me make myself a note of that one. Goal time, 24:02. If you're looking at hockey numbers, that was at 18:58. Actually, 15:58. And we've got an injury on the far sideline. So while we have a moment, I'd like to say thank you to all the good folks and businesses who make Wildcat Sports possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. And a big thanks today to Luis Gomez and his crew for bringing the new camera angles and things to our broadcast and our streamcast. We definitely appreciate all of their work and help as well. So it'll be Contreras who will send a long one across, then into the middle, and a little soft one going to roll in off of the side of the foot of Mendoza, his second shot. But it'll be another save for Gonzalez, his 8th of the match. Make that his 9th of the match. As again, I learned to read my own handwriting. So Summers will control it. Is that one going to bounce? Goes into no man's land. As back to it is Artesia. The Bulldogs with Rojas just checking in. He'll take the ball. It'll come near side. Rojas trying to find a little room, gets it to Summers. Summers has the ball stolen away by Gallegos. It'll be a bouncer into no man's land. Trying to get to it is Gallegos. He'll get to it, and he is going to be tackled, and that should be a free kick on the ball. Question is, will it be a penalty shot or will it just be a free kick, because Mendoza had position and was running towards it? They can opt to do the free kick, but I think instead they are going to, or rather the penalty kick, instead they're going to do a free kick from the 20-yard mark. So set it on the 10, add 10 to it. So that'll give Artesia the opportunity to line up for the defense. But another golden opportunity for the Wildcats, but now they'll have a free kick chance to try and get it in. Looks like they're going to let Jaden Kano take the free ball from 20 yards out. 22 minutes remaining in the match, as they will restart the clock. And just a little high one over by Gallegos, and it'll go out of bounds. So the Cats with another opportunity. It comes up empty. 22.5 remaining in the match. Artesia leading 1-0. Gonzalez in the cage for the Bulldogs. Credit where credit is due, has played incredibly well. The Cat keeper Enriquez has also played well. Just let a bouncer get by him. It happens. As Gonzalez will send it in towards the midfield. It'll be off the head of one of the Wildcats. And just kind of a little funny jab step at it. Lovington trying to get it into the center of the field, and it'll be knocked away and pretty much out into the parking lot. And back over. Nope, it'll stay Lovington ball. So Lovington with 21 minutes to try and figure out how to tie this one up. They have got to light the lamp. They trail 1-0 as Contreras on the throw-in tosses it back to Cano. Cano towards the middle, and an attempted shot and bouncing through. Alejandro Mendoza puts the header on it. The Wildcats' 10th shot of the match, but have still not found the back of the net. As Gonzalez will send that one kind of off the side of his foot. As Lovington gets it back. They're keeping the pressure on. As Artesia going to try and save it, as it'll take a bounce as Bays just lets it fly, and Contreras will toss it in. Gets it over the head of a streaking Banuelos. Banuelos fighting, and it'll go out of the backside. And last touched by the Cats. As the clock, of course, in soccer inexorably continues to move. 20 minutes and change plus stoppage remaining. On a chilly fall afternoon, it's beautiful in the sun. You're in the wind and the shade. It's a little bit nippy. Should have brought my jacket in. Oh well. And so right back to the middle of the field. Ball bounces around as Lovington tries to control it. Hernandez with it. Gets it over into the left wing, where it'll be taken over by Banuelos. Banuelos with the centering pass attempt. And knocked away, and now Summers with it. He'll try and put the Jets on, and Lovington will steal it away back at midfield. As over to Hernandez. As Hernandez moves through, works through. And again, trying to get it into the center. Lovington trying to set the offense. As moving through is Gallegos, and he sends it on net, and another stop made by Gonzalez. Gonzalez got a bouncer and found its way through, and Gonzalez an 11th stop in the match. As he looks a little bit winded out there. He is, like I said, he's earning his McDonald's after this one. Or his Wendy's or his Taco Bell or is Subway, whatever they have is their post-game meal. Not to single out one particular restaurant. So Lovington tries to go back onto the attack, trailing by 1, bouncing through, and that one just going to have to be knocked away and out to the parking lot by Corza. Lovington has stepped up the intensity, but it is Artesia that has gotten the goal. So it'll be a throw in on the near side for Matthew Contreras. Just a soft little near side throw in. Lovington sends it into the middle of the field and sending it in a block out as Hernandez trying to get another shot in this one. He's had a couple of opportunities, only had one sneak through to the keeper. Lovington back through as Summers will take it away. He will feed it up. A new player just checking into the game. I'll check his number here momentarily. I believe that is Samuel Nielsen. And Nielsen on the defense is taking it up the right wing is Nava. Nava has to pull up. He's got 3 Bulldogs around him. Sends it out and a header towards the center, and leaping up was Gallegos trying to get the header right in front of the net. Not able to, and the ball will come out on the near side, and it'll be Artesia soccer ball. So Artesia going to toss it in. 18 minutes to go. And kicking it free, Artesia just trying to give themselves a little bit of room and a little bit of space as it'll come out. And Lovington on the throw in. So Artesia going to send a far one down. That will be a clearer. And bouncing around, Artesia trying to get to it. They will have a potential another look at it, and Lovington just going to have to clear it out on the near side as that one came bouncing through, and Bays going after it. Pardon me, that was a Gide again. He's already got 1 goal in this one as the ball will go bouncing out behind the stands here at Urlacher Field and Wildcat Stadium. It will be Artesia ball on the near side for the throw-in in their offensive zone. Big thanks to Luis Gomez and his crew for our camera work today. Definitely appreciate all of their work. And so on the throw-in, throwing it into the center on the set play, off of the head. Lovington and Contreras just going to kick it away, and it will bounce and go out. So Artesia will take it back. Still on the attack now. Artesia trying to pick the pressure up. They survived a flurry by the Wildcats without giving up the goal. And got a little breakaway and got one of their own. Into the middle as Summers goes down to the turf and touched with the hand. So Lovington ball. The Cats going to knock a screwball down and clear it out. But it'll go over back to the Bulldogs. I have a moment. Big thank you to all of the good folks who make Wildcat Sports possible, from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Tuesday night, we've got a Lee County battle for you from Wildcat Gym. It is the Wildcats, the Lady Cats, I should say, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles in volleyball action. Of course, Friday night, right back here at Wildcat Stadium for the Hobbs, or rather for the Lovington Wildcats opening district against the Bernalillo Spartans. In next Saturday, right back here for more Wildcat soccer. So a busy week on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So off the throw in, Lovington will steal it away. Gallegos weaves through traffic, dribbles it, trying to find something, and it gets bumped off of the ball. Back over onto the foot of Artesia. Knock over, Lovington not liking it, but no foul called as Artesia controls it with Alvarez, and he'll send a long pass across the field and out and off the foot of one of his running mates. They were trying to get the left wing breakaway, and it'll go back to Lovington. 15 and a half remaining plus stoppage time, a 1-0 Artesia lead. The Cats going to take a moment. Checking out will be Dylan Gallegos. Sub comes in for Dylan, who has played a masterful second half. 3 shots on goal, none of them finding its way through, and off the head it'll go side out and Artesia's ball. So a 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs over the Wildcats here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium from the blue turf. Out of bounds, back over to Lovington. Of course, again, a big thanks to all the great sponsors and folks who make Wildcat Athletics possible. As Lovington ball deep in the Artesia zone, and they'll just clear it out to the near side off of the header. Goes bouncing into the middle of the field, and then a clearing ball well down the field. But trying to get to it, and he will manage to get to it. That's a Gidde. He'll take it over into the far left wing, comes back towards the middle, and a slide tackle gets it away. And it'll be a free kick now for Artesia. No, they're going to call that one on the Bulldogs. So Lovington will get the ball back, but Artesia intercepts. Little battle on the far side. Artesia will somehow come away with it. Trying to find some space, heading towards the goal, and trying the slide, and the slide tackle works as it'll get away, and momentarily Artesia will have to reset their attack. Coming onto the near side and kicked away and out as Alejandro Franco back into the match. Moves it away. No Corza will leave it off for Bays, who will throw it in from the near side, who tosses into the middle. Artesia looks through, sends a bouncer on net, and Purchase has his first shot on goal. And it'll be the 8th save for Corbin Enriquez. Little scissor kick out, and that one back deep into the Artesia zone, and then out over the Wildcat shelter tent. At some point, Lovington may have to think about sending an extra attacker up. You're not to that point yet. You've still got 13 minutes plus stoppage time before you have to think about starting to crash the net just to keep the pressure on. So the bouncer comes through, and a little spinner that Lovington will control on the far sideline, sending the centering pass into the middle, and two Wildcats basically fighting each other for position. Not able to get the head on it, and it'll go side out, and the throw in will go back to Artesia. Just that kind of match. Two Wildcats really jostling with each other for position. The Wildcat faithful getting a little bit restless here as it continues to bounce around. Lovington and Artesia's. The Bulldogs will clear it out. Lovington backfield will head it back into the Wildcat offensive zone. Coming into the middle, crashing in on it, bumping it off the chest is Hernandez. Hernandez feeds it forward. And the high jump kick will come out on the near sideline around the 30-yard line, so around 40 out from the goal. Wildcats will toss it in. That'll be Prieto. He hands it off, to Cano, who throws it in, and will get it back off of one of the Bulldogs. So send it to the middle of the field. Working his way through is Hernandez. Hernandez gets another shot blocked. Tried it from about 25. He'll wind up with it again. Sends it into the middle. Contreras looking for a little room. Takes it onto the left wing. Throws one in and knocked away at the last second. That was Banuelos. He had the shot and the save for Gonzalez, his 12th. And now stoppage on the pitch as the ball will go out. And Lovington putting another shot in. As Banuelos like, how did I miss that one? So Gonzalez with another save. Lovington has put 12 on him and hadn't managed to get one past him yet. Lovington will try and go back onto the attack. Into the center of the field, deep inside the offensive zone. Kick back out. As controlling and dribbling will be Prieto. Prieto sends one on goal that'll be blocked away and headed out. Onto the foot of Nielsen, who will kick it right into the middle of the field, and we'll have a race for it down the field as Enriquez is going to head over, and he'll just have to kick that one out of harm's way. If you're Artesia right now, you're content to just pretty much play back and forth, almost volleyball around midfield. It'll come out on the near side off of the head of Prieto. And the bounce in. Lovington in their own defensive zone, playing defense. Artesia going to try and put a little pressure on. Pass going to be intercepted, sent in, and blocked off by Hernandez. As they'll fight on the far side, Hernandez sends it to the middle of the field. No cats in the neighborhood, just Bulldogs there, and they'll send it in deep. As Lovington going to get to it and just have to kick it away and into the stands, and that one into the tunnel on the near side. And they'll have to send a new ball into play. And it should be a throw-in for Artesia. It will be under 10 minutes to play in regulation, plus stoppage time. And the throw-in for Bays. Bays throws it right into the middle of the field off of the head of Bunt, who just checked in, and will squib over in front for Enriquez, who comes out. And he'll drop kick that one away. onto the far sideline. Going to go out. It'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats, and Caleb Aranda back into the match. Aranda to Gallegos, who just checked back in as well. Back to Aranda off of the bump. Into the middle of the pitch with Cano. Lovington continues to dribble it around. Now Gallegos working, trying to find a little space, and another block out on a centering attempt. Off of the head of one of the Bulldogs, right in front of the net, and a turnaround shot, Perez, and it does not find its way through. It'll be blocked out as Artesia going to take the ball back and try and clear it out and get a little room. A Bulldog is down and not feeling well, and we will have an injury timeout on the pitch. Again, while we have a moment, thanks to all the good folks who make Wildcat Athletics possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. You see them all at the bottom of your screen, and we appreciate their support of Wildcat Athletics. And our director today, Luis Gomez, who's providing all the new fancy camera equipment and switching things. So his equipment and doing a nice job there and directing today's action on the field. Got Brianna Valenzuela up in the booth, running the booth camera. Alex Gonzalez, Pollo Gonzalez running our field camera. John Flores also helping out with the cameras field side today. We appreciate all of these folks. Yeah, we probably do need to keep it off of the injured player. The NMA doesn't like that when they're down. Just a quick note. I haven't gotten my nasty gram from them this year, and I would like not to. We can, as I just realized, I have not updated the score bug, or it actually reset itself. There we go. And there we go. Now it is correct. Thank you, Tiff, for letting me know that I did not have the bug right, or that it had reset. All right, so back onto the field and into the action with under 9 minutes to play. A 1-0 Artesia lead. Getting deep into the second half. Lovington has been on the attack, but Sebastian Gonzalez has stymied the Cats' offensive attack thus far. So back to Artesia. Lovington will steal it away. Banuelos works against Nielsen right at the midfield stripe. Tries to split through three Bulldogs, get a little bit of space. Bulldogs going to fight through it, and they're going to wind up with it. It'll wind up on the foot of Summers. And a little bouncer back in, and Summers sends it back in, and they're just going to play basically back and forth with Hernandez. As Banuelos, and down off the tackle is Prieto. No, Prieto not feeling well as he got tackled down there. He'll be helped up. Good sportsmanship. And it will be a free kick for the Wildcats. Coming out to check on his running mate is Sebastian Gonzalez, who's had, or rather Corbin Enriquez, our keeper, coming out to check on his running mate Prieto. Enriquez has stopped 8 shots in this one on 9 attempts. Lovington has had their opportunities and some very good looks for Artesia that have been stopped. So back down the other way. Off of the free kick. It is inside and sending one on towards the net. His guy goes, but it'll be blocked before it ever gets to the keeper. Lovington's faithful wanting the penalty, not going to get it. Another bouncer going to find its way just wide of the net as Hernandez sends one wide of the net. It'll be Artesia back with the football. 7:55 to go in regulation. A 1-0 Artesia lead. Lovington does not want to fall 2 games back with 4 to play in the district race. So look for them to keep the pressure on, and they have brought the extra attacker most of the game. Coach Aceves has left 3 defenders back now. He's only got 2 playing back, so they are moving the extra attacker. So a corner kick for the Wildcats. From the northwest corner, the corner kick for the Wildcats. Going to send it in towards the goal as they'll get the set play. And sending it in. That'll be a soft one in and headed out at the last second by Gonzalez. That one might have been headed towards the back of the net, but the keeper Gonzalez with the header knocks it out and gets it free. Now Lovington going to be prepared to bring everybody crashing as Contreras to throw it in from left of the Wildcat bench. So on the throw-in, tosses it towards the middle. Artesia will block it and control it. Send a little bouncer into the middle of the field. Bumped by Hernandez. He'll keep control. Goes to the right side, right wing, intercepted by the Bulldogs. Up the far side and just trying to clear it out, and will. So going to send it all the way back to Enriquez as the Cats going to try and settle it down. Prieto, bouncer onto the far sideline. Lovington back, working towards the offensive zone. Going to try and set something up here. And another clearer going to just be sent out on the far side by the Bulldogs. So give it back on the throw-in to the Cats. 6:40 plus stoppage time remaining, a 1-0 Artesia lead. From here this afternoon at Wildcat Field. Wildcat Stadium, Brian Urlacher Field. The famous blue turf. So on the throw-in, Wildcat ball. So sending a deep ball into the middle. It'll come off of the foot of Perez, but it'll be stolen away by Artesia. Trying to dribble it and find a way free is one of the Bulldogs, and that was Corza. He's their leading goal getter on the season, 0.6 goals per game. Has had 4 shots on the net, but is yet to get one to rattle home. So Artesia throw in. So on the toss in, into the middle, Lovington off of the head, will take it off the foot now of Banuelos, and trying to stop it is Banuelos, but it'll go out. So Artesia will have it in the Lovington end of the field with 5.5 plus stoppage time remaining. On the throw in, it'll be Bays. Now they'll just move it towards the middle of the field, trying to find a little sneak through. And the ball going to squeak through, but Artesia will send it back into the Lovington defensive end. Now Lovington just going to kick it back down, and it'll be Perez in the foot race, and just the bouncer that controlled by Gonzalez. Under pressure from Perez down there. Artesia ball is back up with Hernandez. Hernandez sending a bouncer on goal, and that one will go wide. No shot. He was trying to get Perez streaking through. This was American football. We'd call that a seam route. He was following that near side seam. Not a lot of urgency about getting this one in from Sebastian Gonzalez, the junior keeper for Artesia. He just wants to burn as much time off of this one as he can. Of course, we will have 4.5 minutes plus stoppage time. So Lovington going to have to find a way to get even more pressure up. So Gonzalez will send the deep ball out to near midfield off the foot of a Wildcat first before it's sent even deeper in by Artesia. Artesia can really just get it in deep, and every time they touch it, just send it deep. Burn as much time off as they can. They get a chance to attack. Of course, they will. Sending the centering pass in. Lovington trying to knock it away, and they will clear it out. And off of the head of Gallegos. Now Lovington trying to find something near side to Nava. Nava sends it over deep right and over the head of Gallegos. It'll go bouncing around. Gallegos battling on the far side with Zamarin, and it'll go out, and it will be Artesia ball. Zamarin to throw it in. Clock continues to move down. Lovington running out of time. And on the throw in, it'll clear everybody and get deep into the Lovington defensive zone, the Artesia offensive zone. And just kicking it away from trouble is Contreras. There's Matthew, the sophomore defender. And will it be Cat throw in? Yes, it will. Gonna have some late subs come in the game, looks like. Clock stops with 3:18. So Lovington and Artesia district battle here this afternoon. And it will be Artesia throw in and out. There's a couple of cats and dogs battling on that far sideline. It'll be another throw in for the Bulldogs. That'll be Zamarin once again, as we are down to under 3 minutes to play plus stoppage time. As moving it up, sending the centering pass, intercepted by the Bulldogs. They're going to try and keep the pressure on, and a foul going to be called on Lovington. And the Lovington player getting the worst into that one as Artesia's player pops up. and is fine. Lovington taking just a minute, taking a deep breath as Peyton Hernandez. He is up. He's moving. He's tough. But it will be a foul on Lovington. So the free kick coming for Artesia with 2:25 plus stoppage time remaining. Again, Artesia going to take just as much time as they can. And Lovington will line up, trying not to fall to Artesia on their home turf this afternoon. In the free ball, it'll be a high one, and it'll be controlled by Enriquez. As now we are officially down to 2 minutes to play. And the bouncer from Enriquez will go out and back to Artesia. So into the final 2 minutes of play, we are down to about 90 seconds remaining in regulation plus stoppage time. Lovington has got to find a way to get the ball back and put some pressure on and put it on quickly. They've had 13 shots, or rather 12 shots on goal stopped. And a bouncer that is going to find its way through all the way to Enriquez, as he will send one free. And off of the head, little bouncer, could be trouble. Lovington trying to get to it with Mendoza, and away and out and safe for the Bulldogs, as we have 1 minute remaining in regulation. 1 minute remaining in regulation plus stoppage time. Lovington has got to find a way to get the pressure on. Will it be a corner kick? Nope, it'll just be a throw-in for the Wildcats. So the throw-in by Contreras. And Contreras tosses it towards the goal and over the head of everybody. Lovington trying to get a little pressure in, and it'll be kicked away and saved by Summers, and a whistle sounds. They only had about 30 seconds worth of stoppage time, and the Artesia Bulldogs will be victorious in this one by a final of 1-0. Lovington had their opportunities, but not able to cash in on this one. Wow, wow, wow. What can you say? So let's take a quick look at some of the final numbers in this one. If Artesia had better take their hats off and help out Sebastian Gonzalez, as he stopped 13 shots on goal. The single goal in this game coming from Devin Aguirre with 24:02 to go in the match. So Aguirre gets the goal and is the hero, but they don't do it without the 13 stops by Gonzalez. For the Wildcats, it was Corbin Enriquez. He stopped 9 shots in the match. Unfortunately, it was that 10th one that came bounding through. Dylan Gallegos, Alexander Mendoza, Jaden Kano, all taking multiple shots at the net, but not able to get one through. Artesia's defense did a nice job. Just a lot of blocked shots that did not find their way through to get in. And Lovington is going to have to figure it out before they are back into action 1 week from today. So, of course, 1 week from today, we will be right back here at Wildcat Stadium for the Wildcats' next match. Of course, we will have a full week of sports for you here in Wildcat Land on Tuesday night from Wildcat Gym. Join Don Morgan, Coach Stacy Williams, and yours truly for Lovington versus Hobbs in volleyball. Friday night, it'll be the Wildcat football team here at the Friendly Confines to open the district season against the Bernalillo Spartans. Don Morgan, yours truly, will be here and on the air about 6:45 on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and Z94. And, of course, as I mentioned, next Saturday, right back here for more Wildcat soccer. So, for the entire crew here today, Tiff Stuber back at One Radio Square running the 3-ring circus. For Luis Gomez, our director today, and providing all the new camera equipment. For Brianna Valenzuela in the booth. For Alex Gonzalez, Pollo Gonzalez running the cameras. And for Jan Flores, also running a camera and helping us out here this afternoon. I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Stadium, and thank you for watching Lovington Wildcat Soccer right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Have a great weekend, everyone.